Alright, quick update on FITFI. So we're having a very nice rally. As of the time of recording this, if we hop over to the daily time frame, you can see we're approximately up 16%. So we're definitely looking nice. Obviously there's not a lot I can analyze based on the daily time frames. Even the 4 hourly is pretty lackluster. So we're going to be doing most of our analysis between the 1 hour and the 4 hour. However, there is something I did just want to show you, an interesting theory that I have that could potentially be playing out for FITFI on the 4 hour that has been playing out on these other move to earn tokens. Now you can see the 4 hourly EMAs, while yes we are on the 4 hourly time frame, these EMA ribbons have not fully loaded in yet. There are still some long-term moving averages down here that are yet to load in because they're taking in data points that are before when this minted, so they won't be out for a short period of time. However, we do have most of the EMA ribbons loaded in, and as you can see, so far this uptrend has been supported on these 4 hourly EMA ribbons. Now we recently came down, we back tested them, and we've had a nice explosion. And if we come over to the 1 hourly time frame, I just want to show you, we also had this linear line of resistance coming through right here. I'll mark it orange to distinguish from the red candles, but you can see this big line right here that was previously resistance that we have now hopped above literally only in the past hour or so. So on the 1 hourly time frame, we've also hopped above the EMA ribbons, and I will jump into the hourly analysis in 1 second, but I wanted to show you something that I noticed on the 4 hourly time frame, specifically with the EMA ribbons, that so far has played out on FITFI, and it plays out on all of these other move to earns that have these bullish rallies when they first come out. So I want to jump into the chart on Green Metaverse token, and while I know, yes, this is not the FITFI chart, what does this have to do with FITFI? Let me just show you what happens on the 4 hourly EMAs, and then we'll jump right back over to FITFI. So like I said, we'll do this very quickly. If we look at the 4 hourly time chart on GMT, you can see this entire uptrend was supported by the 4 hourly time frames. When we corrected into the 4 hourly EMAs, went bullish. 4 hourly EMA correction went bullish. Every single time we corrected into these EMA ribbons, we made a higher high without fail. And then you can see right now, GMT is breaking bearish. It's lost its higher high trajectory, and it's actually come back down and back tested some of these lows. So in my opinion, GMT could be breaking bearish right now. Like I said previously, the entire uptrend was supported by back testing your EMAs. Now it's a downtrend because at least at this moment in time, you've broken down and you've been rejected from your EMA ribbon. So, you know, we can get out of here at any point in time. That's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say is, you know, while you're being supported by these 4 hourly EMA ribbons, I do think we are going to keep on breaking much more bullish. And, you know, if you don't know, these are both move to earn tokens. A lot of these move to earns have pretty much the same chart where they're always supported by these 4 hourly EMA ribbons, because the price is always so euphoric and these dumps get brought up so quickly. So obviously 4 hourly EMAs have not fully loaded in for FITFI. We literally only have, you know, 2 touch points where we've come down into these so far, so it may not work out to the teeth. However, I do think it is an interesting theory to draw from what has been going on the other move to earns, and I do definitely think, you know, we should be keeping our eyes, or at least I'm going to be keeping my eye on it. You can come over to my channel and gauge my opinion on that. But yeah, we can look at how it's supported by the 4 hourly EMA ribbons. I think as long as we are above the 4 hourly EMAs, I remain extremely bullish on FITFI. So coming down to the lower time frames, if we start off with the 1 hourly candle, so we do not have as much volume that we've been seeing in the past couple of days in terms of the daily time frame. If we look at the daily, you can see we've got some really boring, mundane volume. Come into the 4 hour, you can see it is kind of lackluster right now, not a lot going on. However, you come over to the hourly time frame, and since we've been blasting out of here, you know, you're seeing a decent amount of volume, more volume on this dip than we've ever previously seen before. So I do think it is good. It shows the, you know, FITFI while it is a hyped project, people are still willing to buy the dip, and that's more than you can say for a lot of other projects where retail traders, you know, they buy the pumps and then they see it starting to move down, and then they're like, oh my god, why is it coming down? I'm gonna sell. But nonetheless, you know, you've got the opposite of that. You've got people buying FITFI. I've got a Discord as well, the Cowboy Discord. The link is in the description to that if you want to join it. And the amount of people that are talking about FITFI over GMT. I mean, last week it was GMT, GMT, GMT. Everyone was talking about GMT, which was this crypto that we just checked out now. And now everyone in my chat, well, not everyone, I'm gassing it a little bit, but a lot of people are saying already, you know, I'm going to sell my ApeCoin for FITFI, I'm going to sell my GMT for FITFI, I'm going to sell my GST for FITFI. Everyone's selling all the move to earns for the new hyped up move to earn, and that right now is FITFI. It seems to be doing bits. I do think that FITFI is looking very nice right now. However, there is one negative thing that I do need to talk about, and that is the fact that they did dump a bunch of the new circulating supply out. I believe it was 18 million. It was a decent amount of the supply. You can see the selling volume that we had coming into this was not the greatest. However, it is interesting how we're already recovering from this, and there's not going to be endless amounts of supply that they can drop on our heads. The tokenomics are actually somewhat decent for FITFI compared to a lot of other move to earn projects. So, you know, this may happen every now and then, but if they plan it at the right times when they've got this perfect amount of hype, then I do imagine that these things will be bought up as the price does go higher for FITFI. So you're probably wondering, what is my next price target? Well, just for those of you who are new, we originally got into FITFI on this blue line right here at 50 cents. So it hasn't been, you know, the craziest rally. You know, we're only up about 10% since I did speak about this, just under 10% since the first time I talked about this. So we're obviously in a profit. Congratulations to all of you who did get in on this trade with me. And a couple more things to finish off the video. You can see as your squeeze bomb loaded in, the 4-hourly squeeze bomb, as we topped out, we were losing momentum. Now we are coming down and we've reset the momentum. And I think this huge candle push up that we've done today is going to be enough to push this back over in the favor of the bulls. I almost have no doubts in my mind that this is going to become bearish, because even if we were about to have a momentum shift to the downside, this huge candle shift to the upside, if it does hold, obviously it needs to hold. We will find out in the next hour and a half if we do have a close up here, but in theory, in my opinion, if we put closes above the 51, but specifically 52 cent, I feel like 52 cent would be playing it safe. So if you're watching this video and FITFI is still pushing above 52 cent, I would argue that it is time that we're about to have a macro bullish market momentum shift. And by macro, I mean 4-hourly market momentum shift, because this is as macro as you can get when you're looking at a chart that's been trading for, you know, 6 to 8 days or so. So wrapping up the video, I really do like what we're seeing right now with FITFI. I am already in FITFI. I have my bags packed. I am looking for higher price targets. Personally, I don't think it is outlandish whatsoever to be keeping your eyes on higher price targets like $1. Now, from a technical perspective, the highest price target that you can draw is if you draw your fib from, you know, the all-time high down to your low. To be honest, you could use a fib extension tool, and then you could probably get a higher price target. I'm really not a big fan of the fib extension tool. I'm more of a Fibonacci retracement man, but the highest fib retracement that you can draw from this is up here at 82 cent. Now, this was a 64% break that we were targeting when I first talked about this. This is now only a 48% break. So I do think there are some good risk to reward ratio trades to be made on FITFI. Obviously not financial advice. I'm already in FITFI. I think it's going to much higher price targets, and I really don't think it's outlandish to expect, you know, like a $1 price target when the chart or when the market cap for this is so low. So step at FITFI, looking very nice. We've already flipped your 1-hourly EMA ribbons because of how strongly we're pushing up. I think this is going to converge to the upside. You can see as I'm recording this, this is literally, you know, pushing up very strongly. So that's really all I've got. It seems like the downtrend has already finished. On some lower time frames like the 15-minute, it seems like we're literally about to flip bullish on the EMAs as of the time of recording. And you know, higher time frames, your EMAs are always bullish anyway. So that's all I've got for FITFI. We've moved up a decent amount since I've started recording this video, to be fair. I mean, when we last measured this, we said we weren't up 10%, and now it was up 15%. So yeah, it's been moving. I'm going to do my best to get this FITFI video out ASAP. That's all I've got for you today on FITFI. Best of luck if you're in it. As always, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out. Peace.